Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So on today's video, I am going to show you all the magic that is available for you to purchase in SaGa Frontier. And this is going to be a magic guide for new players. As I know, some of the old players already know what they are doing, but for new players, it can be quite confusing, so I'm going to separate parts of all the magic, and I'm gonna put a time code as usual on the description, so that way if you want to check on specific magic that you want to find, you can find it on the description down below. And also all my SaGa Frontier Remastered guide is also available on the description down below. There are 9 magics in SaGa Frontier that you can purchase: Realm Magic, Mind Magic, Mystic Magic, Rune Magic, Arcane Magic, Light Magic, Shadow Magic, Space Magic, and also Time Magic. There are some specific magic that you can't learn unless you're using that character. For example, Evil Magic that is only exclusive for Zosma in Azelos chapter. Well, I mean, every time you meet Zosma, he will have that evil magic, because Zosma is also available on Amelia's chapter for a shorter time. And then Princess Ray that have Mirage Magic that is also exclusive for her, and also Life Magic that is only exclusive for either Blue or Rouge. First magic that we're going to talk about is Realm Magic that is only exists and you can only buy it in Magic Kingdom. All we need to do is go over here, and this is where we're going to buy the Realm Magic. And the only Realm Magic that you can buy is only an Energy Chain, Implosion, and Psycho Armor. I already covered how to do the magic trick for this if you have the Mystic Magic and vice versa. The thing about Realm Magic, the only character that can have the gift for the Realm Magic is only either Blue or Rouge. Nobody else in the game that has a gift for Realm Magic. So outside the 3 magics that you can buy from Magic Kingdom, there are 3 more magic that you can get for Blue or Rouge, since they are the only one that has the gift for Realm Magic. One is Gate. This is basically a teleportation magic that you can only use on Blue's chapter. You can't use it outside of Blue's chapter, even though it is there, but you only have the region map when you're playing Blue's chapter. And then if you use Energy Chain and Implosion for quite a while in a battle, you should spark 2 magic gift for Realm Magic, which is Psychic Prison and also Vermilion Sands. Let's move on to the next magic. Since we're in Luminous, let's just start with Light Magic. So Light Magic, you can buy it in Luminous, and you just need to go over here and talk to this lady, and then you can buy this 4 purchasable light magic, which is Sunray, Starlight Hill, Flash Fire, and Flash Flute. Outside the 4 purchasable magic, if you have the gift for light magic, you can spark 2 new magic, which is Solar Blade and also Gale Blast. So in my previous video, I have a video about the best sword that you can find in SaGa Frontier that you can find in the playlist down below in the description. The reason why people keep mentioning Solar Blade, or people call it Light Sword back in the original, the best sword in SaGa Frontier, is because back then there is a Game Shark code where you can spawn the light sword to your inventory, and if my memory serves me right, the light sword has 80 stats of attack for the sword, more than Golden Lion, and then it give you a bonus stats like plus 10 or plus 15 if I'm not mistaken back then, but it's still a magic and you can only access it by casting it if you have the light magic gift. So that is the reason why I never mentioned about the solar blade in my previous video. And also remember, this is a remastered, and I know they are reworking on some stuff in the background, so nobody knows if the solar blade or the light sword still has the same stats or not. Whenever I tried it on Asolus, since my Asolus has the access to solar blade, doing a Rosario Impale has almost the same damage with using a golden lion. So I don't know, I never make a thorough comparison between using the golden lion. I might do it for the next video, we'll see. And then Gale Blast, this is one of the best AoE magic that you can have in SaGa Frontier, outside of Vermilion Sands, that only available for Realm Magic user, which is Rouge or Blue. So to get the gift for light magic, all you need to do is go to the left of the map and then talk to this girl over here and then attempt the Luminous Labyrinth. And remember, shadow magic users, robots, and monster can't go inside the labyrinth. So the point of this labyrinth is just making a light to go into opening a path for you. And here all you need to do is just move this part and move it over here, and then you can... Oh, wait, I'm wrong. You actually need to put it over here. And you need to have two lights that going to that path, and now it's open. So this is the final part of the labyrinth, and fun fact, there is a area you can go over here. This part should have item that you can get, but somehow they just drop it. They change where to get the item instead of putting it here. And this room has no purpose at all, even until the remaster. So to get the so-called item that should be on that room, all you need to do is pull this one out, and then as you can see, there is a different color of light that you can put to that door, and you want to have a white light to go into that door to open the path for your exit. But to get the item, you need to make it color light blue. And to make it white, you just need to put this crystal over here, and then it will open the door to your exit. But I'm going to show you first the item that you can get and how to get it to light blue. So you need to move the crystal over here and make it like that, and you need to move this one mirror to this way, so that way it give you the light blue. And when you click on the door, you get a moonlight rope. So let's just make it to white and move it back and put it here. Then it open your exit and you get the gift for light magic. And that's basically how you get the gift for the light magic. So my personal take about light magic is, if you want a really good offensive magic in SaGa Frontier with AoE damage, choose light magic. And especially with the access to one of the best sword that you can get. And if you're into making a character that can deal magic and also sword, or maybe you want to make your blue or rouge as a, I don't know, sword user and also magic user, choose light magic because, well, you can access both of them. So we're done with light magic. Moving on to the opposite side, to the dark side. So to get shadow magic, all you need to do is talk to this old lady over here, and then you can buy the power grab, hide behind, and shadow net. That is the 3 purchasable magic that you can buy for shadow magic. So just like other magic, if you have the gift for shadow magic, you can have the access to Dark Sphere and also as Shadow Servant. So Dark Sphere is one of the best debuff offensive magic that you can get in SaGa Frontier, but remember, if you have light magic, you can have access to Dark Sphere. And Shadow Servant, it's basically your body double. So if you have a Shadow Servant cast, you can deal double damage because basically it copies whatever you're doing. So for example, if you cast Shadow Servant and then you cast Dark Sphere, basically you do 2 Dark Sphere for 1 person. So to get the gift for shadow magic, all you need to do is to travel to a region called Omble by talking to this old lady as well, but as you see here, this is Silence, and you only can recruit him outside of Fuse chapter. You need to travel to Omble and find his shadow inside Omble. But if you're using Fuse, all you need to do is just talk to Silence over here and you can recruit him easily. But if you're using any character outside of Fuse chapter, you can't talk to Silence until you visit Omble. So talk to this old lady here and ask about shadow magic. And then you ask about the gift and you go to Omble. And here we are on the Omble region. Remember that shadow that is walking away? Because your target in this area is to exit the area with your shadow. So before we go to the exit, go over here and then talk to this one shadow, which is the shadow of Silence. This is the Silence that is outside, but his shadow is trapped inside Omble. So you need to choose Helped Out, and then Silence will be joining you after you exit this Omble region. And yeah, so if you see this part, beware, the real Silence is mute, just like his name. It's true. This is the only part where you can see Silence talking, because Silence in real life is basically silence. So can you imagine like Silence and Cotton are talking to each other on the break, since both of them are Herpo agent. One is a monster and one is a silent mystic. So here, all you need to do is go up here. I'm just gonna skip the fight. Go up here and go over here. Your target is going here. Then go to this room. And remember, you need to choose the shadow of your character. Oh, this. Okay, got it. You just need to remember the shape of your character. So now you need to go here. And then there it is. If you choose the other character shadows, they're gonna transfer to the right side, and then you need to fight all of them. So if you don't want to have a lot of fight, just remember your own shadow, then you'll be fine, because this is going to be a fight of yourself before you exit the area. Basically, you're fighting yourself in this fight. If you can deal a lot of damage, it's the same goes for your shadow, so be careful. And there you go. You get the gift for Shadow Magic. And then once you're out, if you talk to the Silent Shadow, you just need to, well, that, because silence is silent. So he just joined you silently. If I have to choose between Light Magic and Shadow Magic, personally I would go to Shadow Magic because 1, I can get silence, 2, I can get a good debuff with Dark Sphere. Sure, people will say, but like you don't get a Solar Blade access without Light Magic. Again, it's subjective, but personally I would go with Dark Sphere over a Solar Blade because I can just deal with using Golden Lion and still can deal almost the same amount of damage. But then, that's my personal take between Shadow and Light. Let's go to the other opposite side, which is Rune and Arcane. So we're going to start with Rune Magic. So Rune Magic, you just need to go to this tent and then talk to this old guy. And then ask about Rune Magic. And then to get to the gift of Rune Magic, you just need to ask about the gift, and he will give you 4 pebbles that you can turn into a rune stone. So the first one is Hide Rune in Kurong, Victory Rune in Strike, Freedom Rune in Despair, and the Vitality Rune in Tanzer. And then you choose yes, and then you get 4 pebbles. So the 4 magic that you can buy in Devon is Victory Rune, Vitality Rune, Hide Rune, and Freedom Rune. So Rune Magic is a little bit different because outside of the 4 magic that you can buy in Devon, you also can gain 4 magics if you have the gift for Rune Magic. So number 1 is Soul Rune, and then Dwarf Rune, Wall Rune, and Stasis Rune. So basically, Soul Rune is buff for yourself, but it consumes your life point. So be careful when you're using this. Dwarf Rune is more of a debuff magic for enemy, and it decreases their strength. So Wall Rune is like a buff magic where it protects you from any enemy attacks, and it works almost the same as Glass Shield from Mystic Magic. Stasis Rune, this one is kind of weird in my personal opinion because it's not a buff, it's not even a debuff. So basically when you use that, the reason why it give you an unlimited number when you're using it is because basically gonna petrify the enemy and also yourself. Unless you can de-petrify yourself, basically you lose 1 member of your team. But again, it's just how the Stasis Rune works. And we're going to start from Strike. Victory Rune is in Strike, but for new players, there is no explanation like where is the Victory Rune. So basically the Victory Rune is over here in Moose Tome, and you just need to go inside, and actually you just need to go over here, but I'm going over here first so I can recruit Rufus before heading inside the Victory Rune. And now since we already got Rufus, let's head back to the tomb entrance. So on the entrance, you're going to get this Danger, Guevara, Peligro, and you just need to go in anyway. And then start. I forgot there is a enemy over there, so I'm gonna skip that. And then go over here. And go down here. You can skip all the enemy just by, well, skipping the fight actually. But if you're a new player, well, you need to have those fights so you can start grinding for your stats as well. And now head over there to the door. And this is where the victory rune is, and you need to fight this boss. And they're dead. I mean, that is technically already dead since it's a skeleton, but... And that's one rune down. So to exit the rune, after you go back to this part, go over here. Just remember to take all that money back, and then go over here. And then you can go inside here to take the chest. And also this money back. And then head down here. And we're back on the entrance. That is how you exit the tomb really fast. So now we're in Kurong and we have Hide Rune in Kurong, but our destination is not Hide Rune first. We're going to talk to this guy and he is going to say about the blonde at the restaurant. She knows a lot of stuff. And he is referring to Annie that is standing outside of the restaurant, and she is going to help us to go to Despair. So we're going to Despair first, then we're going back to Kurong. And here we are in Despair. If you already play Amelia's chapter, you might be familiar with this place already. So now, all you need to do is just follow Annie. And go up here, and then go inside there. And head over here, then jump down. And then you need to jump down because going up is going to lead you to a dead end. Unless you're playing Ricky's chapter, then that area is going to be locked away for you. So just jump down over here, then go here. And go inside this area and head down. And from here you need to go here and jump down and start descending. So if you see lasers in this area, if you're a new player, you might not see these lasers and you are going inside blind. And if you hit the laser, you're going to face an enemy, endless enemy, if you keep hitting the laser. So the reason why you see a laser over here, it's because the laser scope in my inventory. So if you have a laser scope, you will see this laser. But if you don't have a laser scope yet, you might not see this laser in this area. So keep in mind on that. Because every time you hit the laser, you're going to face the enemy, and it's, well, it can be a really good place to farm because you're going to face an endless amount of enemy if you keep hitting the laser. So now you need to go over here and go up. Then you're going to face the boss before you get the freedom rune. And this is the Nidhack Senior. And he's gone. And that's how you get the Freedom Rune in Despair. So to get to the Hide Rune, and actually there is no explanation where to get the Hide Rune, especially for new players. If you're not playing Blues Chapter yet, you're going to be confused because even though you talk to Liza or even Rufus inside the restaurant, they won't even show you the way to the Hide Rune, because basically on some other characters, Liza or Rufus is going to help you to show where the Hide Rune is. But somehow in Luch's chapter, Liza is just standing there inside the restaurant and saying hello. So you need to go over here and then go down here. And this one, just your choice. If you don't pay, you're going to have a fight. But I love to pick this stupid Black Axe Power Rangers, so I'm just going to fight them. And then you need to go to this part of the sewer. Just run away from all the enemy if you're on New Game Plus. And then head to this sewer and go down here and move up here. Then you need to go down here. And then from here you need to go inside the sewer. Then you need to run around and head inside this area. And this is where the Hide Rune is going to be. This is kind of like a really close area, so like it or not, you're going to bump into a lot of enemy and you can just skip it. So go down here and then head to this opening. And you need to climb up from here. Then jump over. Just follow the path and your destination is right around the corner, which is basically here. And this is where the Hide Rune is. And now we get the Hide Rune. So we're back on this area, and to go back to the Kuron port way faster than just heading all the way back, you just need to go over here and skip this part. And then go over here, and then you will see this letter and just go over here. And you're back in the Kuron port. So Tanzer only activated if you already get one of the runestone. If you haven't got any runestone yet, the Tanzer accident won't even happen yet. So you need to at least get one runestone and then travel to anywhere from Kurong and you're going to get the Tanzer event. So now, since it's the last runestone that we need to collect, we're going to wherever and we're going to get this ship, which means this is going to activate the Tanzer event. And also in Tanzer, you can recruit 2 characters, which is Faon and also Slime. And here you just need to talk to Faon. And then just go down here and follow him. If you're a new player, just follow where Faon is going. But I already know where I'm going, so I'm just gonna cut him up ahead. And now we're in his area. So go over here and then talk to him. And then he will actually guide you to the slime pool. So you need to follow where he's at. So over here. So fun fact, actually, you can go to where Nomad is, because if you're already play Riki's chapter, you're going to end up in Tanzer without the rune quest, because one of Riki's story is in Tanzer, and you need to go to the Nomad area in Riki's chapter. But outside of Riki's chapter, you can actually visit Nomad area, but it has nothing, like no extra dialogue or not even an event or a cutscene. So it's kinda a waste to go over to the Nomads area, but if you wanna explore Tanzer, you can do it. But I'm just going to show you where to get the Vitality Rune. So here you just need to go to this area and skip all these enemy and head up here. And then Faon will go there. You just need to follow him, then go inside this area. Then go down here. Just follow the path from here. And here you need to go here. And then go inside here. You're going to be here. So just need to go inside this area, and this is where actually the slime pool is. So slide down here, and then you need to slide down over here and go inside this opening. And once you're back up, you need to slide down. And then go over here to the leg icon, and then go down here. And now all you need to do is just ready, go back and wait a second. So just choose ready and slide down to the slime pool. So your objective here is to touch the Vitality Rune behind all this slime. So kill all the slime first. Let's see if Rufus can touch it. Yep. And it's done. That is your actual objective. Just to touch the runestone behind all those slime. If you have a AoE magic damage, you can just kill them in one turn. And now you get all the rune stone. And basically you get the gift for Rune Magic. And also from here, if you watch earlier, there is a slime walking towards you. That is basically a new character that is joining you automatically after you defeat all those slimes. And Fayon will also join you from over here after you exit Tanzer. So that's it for the runestone. My personal take for the rune magic, I don't really quite like it because rune magic is more of a buff magic, and I feel like arcane magic has way better buff than rune magic. I mean, soul rune is kind of useful, but if you have mind magic, you can actually have almost the same buff without sacrificing your life point. So now we're going to visit the arcane magic. To get the arcane magic, all you need to do is go to this house with the tarot card and just go inside. And you just need to ask about the arcane magic. We can start the arcane magic quest by collecting the 4 cards for the arcane gift. And the first one is the shield card is in Erpo, the gold card is in Baccarat, Grail card is in Yorkland, and the Saber card is in Wakatu. Then you got 4 cards. The arcane magic that you can buy is only Saber, Shield, Grail, and Gold. This is the 4 purchasable magic that you can buy from the Arcane Palace. Arcane magic also have 4 extra magic if you have the arcane gift. So the first one is Death. So this one is like a gambling card. Basically, if you succeeded on killing the enemy with this magic, you won't get hit by the death itself. But if you fail or you can't kill the enemy, the death is going to take away your life point. So be careful when you're using this magic. So the second one is Full. Basically, this magic is like a debuff magic that will lower every type of attack to have decreased damage. Aside of that, if you have Full on your skill slot, and then if you're using a weapon called Silver Spread, you can use a skill called Silver Fangs, and it only took 5 jutsu points to use the Silver Fang. So the third one is Magician. This magic is more like a gambling magic as well as death, because basically you summon a shadow that can be attacked by the enemy, and if the enemy attack that shadow, they will get banished into nothingness. But it only works for a normal enemy and it doesn't work for bosses. And then the last one is Tower. This is the best magic for single hit magic in the game. But the downside of this magic is, even though it can deal a lot damage to one single enemy, the thing is it gonna deplete all your jutsu point when you use this one magic. But if you use it properly and correctly, especially if you combo it with a overdrive from Time Magic, this magic can be really deadly. So now we're going to do the 4 arcane quests, and the first one we're going to Baccarat first for the gold card because that's the easiest one out of all 4. And just remember, you need to bring 10 gold ingot, which you can buy in Kurong or in Nelson. And I already have 10 gold ingot, so we're going to Baccarat. And then go up here and then talk to Amelia here. And this is also where you recruit Amelia. So after all that, you just need to go up here. There, when you see that gnome go down on the elevator, you need to go down again to where you started and then choose the parking. and then you will see this manhole is open, because if you don't do the Arcane quest, this manhole is going to be closed. And there is Amelia. So all we need to do is just go down here and then go over here. And get inside this cave. And then talk to this gnome. And since you already have 10 gold with you, then the card is yours. That easy. So now the second card is in Lute's hometown, which is in Yorkland, but it's this way. So all you need to do is talk to all this guy inside the house to get a drink until you're drunk. And when you're done in one house, move to the other house. And head to the other house again. And on to the next house. And the last one is over here. After all those drinks, now we just need to head to the Yorkland swamp. And here, since we're kinda drunk, you're going to move by yourself. Your destination is in the middle of the swamp. So like it or not, you're going to stumble all this enemy. So I'm just gonna cut with a shortcut. And this is our destination. To travel to Wakatu, we need Gen. So to get Gen, we need to start the Arcane quest. Make sure before you talk to this skeleton over here, you need to have the Rune quest done first. If you have a Rune quest, sometimes this skeleton won't even tell you about Gen. So if you're done with the Rune Magic quest and you're into the Arcane Magic quest, you need to talk to this skeleton over here. And now we learn about Gen. So now we just need to head to Scrap and recruit Gen. And here we are in the Wakatu Castle. So here you just need to follow Gen to go to the Saber card location and just follow the path. I'll just skip all the fight. First go over here and then head out, since it kind of blocked anyway. Then go over here. Then you need to go down here. So before we head inside the Wakatu castle, you can get a twin dragon over here. And then that's where the twin dragon is. Then we'll just go inside the castle. And then we just need to go to the top room. And here we are. To get the Saber card, if you listen carefully, there is a sword clinging sound that happens after a few seconds. All you need to do is just press the button when you hear that clinging sound. There it is. Fun fact, if you keep getting the wrong icon, Gen will tell you to close your eyes and just listen to the sound. So now we're done and we're going to the last card, which is an airpo. So now we're in the airpo and all you need to do is just talk to this girl. And Fuse is going to see you and take you to Masperberg. So in this area, you can also recruit a Suzaku. And how to do it, I already covered it on my character recruitment video, which you can find in the playlist down below. So I'm not going to show you how to recruit the Suzaku, so I'm just going straight up to the mountaintop to fight the Suzaku boss. So here we are on the mountaintop, and all you need to do is just fight this Suzaku boss. And once we're done, Fuse is going to give you the shield card. So I would say personally, Arcane Magic is way more useful compared to Rune Magic, because Arcane Magic has a attack magic, also a debuff magic, and also a buff magic. Also, it has a Grail card which can really help for status attacks. Plus, if you have blue or rouge, the tower magic can be really deadly. So the next magic is Mind Magic, which is in Kyo, and all you need to do is go over here to the dojo and talk to this girl and ask her about Mind Magic. And if you want the gift for Mind Magic, all you need to do is just ask about the gift, and then you're going to go through training, which basically a one-on-one combat for every human character. But with the exception to blue or rouge, because you can only learn Mind Magic on Blue's chapter as blue or rouge after you're done with the Destiny duel. So here it is. It's just a one-on-one combat to any human character. The only exception for Mystic that can learn Mind Magic is Azulus. Since Azulus is basically half human and half Mystic, well, the Mind Magic still counts her as a human instead of a Mystic. And that's it. So Mind Magic that you can buy is Mind Heal, Spellbind, and then Evaporate. And just like any magic, mind magic also has two gifts if you have the gift for mind magic, and one is awaken and the second one is life wave. So life wave is a really good single target magic that you can get from the gift of mind magic. It can deal a good amount of damage, doubles if you're fighting an undead, and the good thing about life wave is it only costs you 2 jutsu points to cast it, and if you have a magic mastery, you can only use 1 jutsu point to cast life wave. So it's a really good magic if you don't want to spend a lot of jutsu points just to cast magic. So awaken and soul rune works almost the same. It increases your attribute, but awaken doubles all your weapon point, your jutsu point, and also your ammo consumption if you're using a gun. Soul rune doesn't do that, but it costs you 1 life point. But the good thing about awaken is it only costs you 2 jutsu point, and if you have magic mastery, it only costs you 1 jutsu point to cast awaken. For me, mind magic is a really good magic for human. I would say mind magic is one of my favorite magic. One, it costs so little jutsu point to cast every magic that mind magic has. 2, it can be really useful if you combine it with weapon skill. And 3, since I use human most of the time, and if I want to use magic, it can be a really good combination, especially if I want to use martial arts or a gun combo. But again, that's my personal choice. To get space magic, we need to find Killin, and we need to talk to Princess Ray over here and ask about magic. So actually this is also where you can recruit Killin outside of Blue's chapter. So I'm just gonna cut until I am done with the Killin labyrinth. So now since we're done with the Killin maze, we can ask Killin to join us, or if you choose don't bother, you can actually ask Killin about the space magic and buy space magic. And this is the space magic that you can buy: Vapor Blast, Vanish, Reverse Gravity, and also Light Shift. So outside of those 4 magic, Dark Shift and Vortex is a gift that you get from space magic, and the only character that can have the access to the gift of space magic is Killin itself, with the exception of Blue or Rouge in Blue's chapter. So if you want to use the gift of space magic, the best character that you can use the space magic is Killin itself. My personal take about space magic, it's nothing special. It can deal a good AoE damage with reverse gravity, and also a good single target magic, which Vapor Blast gonna cost you 0 jutsu point if you have a magic mastery. But the thing is, I feel like space magic is more useful for people that use monster that have photosynthesis as a skill, so that way every time it use the light shift, you can heal yourself automatically. I want to hear what you think about space magic. Let me know in the comment section down below. So now we're in Musperberg to visit Virgil, and we can ask about the time magic to Virgil, and he will transfer us to the Timelord region. But the only moment that he will transfer us to the Timelord region if we either get the light or shadow magic gift, and also either the rune or arcane magic gift. If you got 2 magic gift already, then you can be transferred to the Timelord region. So since we're done 3 of them actually, so now we're going to ask about the time magic to Virgil. And here, all you need to do is just run onto the time sand, check it out, and then we just need to go back to Musperberg. And all we need to do is just talk to Virgil again, and he's going to send us to Facinaturu. And in Facinaturu, there is a magic shop which is a mystic magic. So we're going to visit the mystic magic first before we continue with the time magic. So over here, you can ask this girl about the mystic magic. And the mystic magic that you can buy is Fascination, Phantasm Shot, and also the Glass Shield. So just like Grail magic, mystic magic is also kinda exclusive to one race, which is Mystic. The same as the magic name itself, only Mystic race can have the gift for mystic magic. Just like Grail magic is only exclusive to Blue or Rouge. Well, Mystic is more generous because all Mystic have the ability of mystic magic, and also the gift. And mystic magic only has one extra magic, which is called the Mirrorshade. If you use Mirrorshade in the battlefield, it will just cast a shadow of your character, but it also random because sometimes it casts 1, sometimes it casts 5. This is a good decoy magic if you want to distract the enemy. The only good thing about mystic magic is actually the Phantasm Shot. It can deal either death or the cockatrice, which can petrify the enemy. And if it doesn't petrify the enemy, it also deals a lot of damage. Although it kinda depends on your psychic stats as well. So in Facinaturu, all we need to do is just talk to this guy and buy the Sand Vessel. And to exit Facinaturu, as always, you just need to talk to this guy in the bar and then follow him to his house. Here, just like in Azul's chapter, and we just need to head back to Musperberg and talk to Virgil again with the Sand Vessel. And then collect the time sand and activate it. And once it's activated, all we need to do is just go over here. And now we can talk to Timelord. If you choose to get your help, Timelord will join you. If you choose to learn time magic, you can buy time magic from Timelord. So on my previous gameplay, I actually already bought the time magic on Fuse, and the only time magic that you can buy from Timelord is Delay Order, Time Leap, Chaos Stream, and Time Eclipse. While on Timelord, since he has the gift for the time magic, he has a Time Twister, which is the gift from the time magic, and also Overdrive. So Time Twister is basically a double turn for one character if you cast the Time Twister to that character. If you use it for yourself, then you can do double turn in that fight. Overdrive, you're going to lose all your weapon point and your jutsu point. But when you're in the overdrive, you can just spam all your magic, all your, your martial arts skill, your DSC, until the overdrive stops. But here's the thing, while I mentioned about DSC, remember the only person that can do that if you're playing on Blue's chapter, because you can turn Blue as a martial artist with an overdrive after killing Timelord. But Timelord itself, since he's a mystic, he can't learn the martial arts. So anyway, that is all the purchasable magic in SaGa Frontier that you can get and you buy for yourself if you choose to buy, or you can just recruit the time magic and the space magic user itself, which I personally will say it's better to just recruit them. And if you ask me about the time magic, personally, time magic is really useful. But I would say it's not the overdrive that is really useful, in my opinion. It's actually the time leap, because the time leap, it can really help to stop anything, to do any action. At least if you're dealing with the ultimate boss, you have to got time leap in one person to cast the time leap non-stop, so that way the boss is not going to do anything, because ultimate boss can be really annoying. I would like to know, what do you guys think about the time magic? Because I know most of the SaGa Frontier people would just do overdrive and just spam tower non-stop. Let me know what your thoughts about the time magic in the comment section down below. The first honorable mention is the Mirage Magic, which exclusive to Princess Ray. So Mirage Magic is actually a manual selection of all the magic that you can cast in Phantasm Shot from Mystic Magic, because Phantasm Shot, it kind of works randomly, and Mirage Magic is more like the manual version of Phantasm Shot. So you can choose Black Cat, Nightmare, Jackal, Cockatrice, or Reaper. You can also cast all this from a Phantasm Shot, but the thing is, Phantasm Shot is a little bit random, so you can get all this randomly from a Phantasm Shot, but using a Mirage Magic, you can just choose which one you want to do it and which magic you want to cast. And the only one that have Mirage Magic is Princess Ray, and she also has the gift. So the second honorable mention is the Evil Magic, which only exclusive to Zosma, but somehow he himself doesn't even have the gift for Evil Magic. And this question has been asked to the devs, why Zosma doesn't have the gift for Evil Magic, since he even claimed himself is as strong as Orlog. And Evil Magic that you can get in Zosma is just this 4 magic: the Ravaging Shot, Pain Doubler, Sharp Pain, and also Curse of Death. If you ask me, the magic is not really that good. I don't even know why Zosma have this magic, because the only one that can be really helpful is just Ravaging Shot, because it can be a really good chain to another magic or another skill to make a combo. Pain Doubler, this is like a multiplier for any damage that you have done. If you haven't touched the enemy or even do any single damage, this Pain Doubler is going to just miss the enemy. Sharp Pain, this actually just costs stun. Curse of Death, well, just like its name, it's cursing someone to death. There's a but. If it fails, you're the one that's going to get the Curse of Death. So basically, it's almost the same mechanic as the Arcane Magic of Death. The other honorable mention is the Life Magic, which only exclusive to Blue or Rouge. But since it only has 2 magic actually, Sacrifice and Revival, I'm just gonna explain. Sacrifice is basically healing but sacrificing your life point. Revival is going to revive you from death, but it also take your life point. So basically, Life Magic stand by its name, Life Magic, it consumes your life point. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope this thorough guide for the magic can be really helpful for new players, because I know some of the new players are kind of confused by how the SaGa magic works. But again, it's a SaGa franchise. If you're not confused, it's not a SaGa game. Before I end this video, I just want to say thank you for all the new subscribers, and thank you for all of you guys that has been supporting me ever since I posted my first SaGa Frontier video. I am really thankful for all of you guys that came here and keep supporting me. And I am sorry that I haven't posted any video for this past 3 days because I am dealing with some real life problems and I need to choose whether I want to do a video or I have to deal with that. But I finally make my decision, and let's just say this, you're gonna see a lot more video from now on since I already made my decision. I'm really thankful for all of you guys that has been here from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys. So I'll see you guys real soon in the next video. So stay safe everyone. Bye.